met Shanti last summer and came for a couple classes and then came for the workshop last month. And I live pretty far away, so it's hard for me to get here. But I got all of his books and I read them all the time, and they're really been my guide through my journey. I'm taking teacher training courses, and so that's helping me along the way also. And one of the things that you said to me you said to the group when I first came was, it's kind of been my personal little phrase is, what are you waiting for? And I ask myself that just about every day, or just what are you waiting for? Just know yourself and learn about who your true self is, and just go forward in that every day.
Yes.
And my life is really busy. I have 3 children and I have 2 jobs. And I feel like one of the reasons I came to yoga, or wanted to learn more about it, was to just slow down.
Yes.
And take my time. And so meditation through every day, not just sitting in a quiet room with nobody bothering me, is very hard. So I've learned to actively meditate while I'm folding laundry, or whatever I'm doing, and it takes time. It's not very easy to do sometimes.
So like people who do teacher training and they teach, if they include some of the real aspect, you find tremendous joy, and also you do tremendous service. And when you are reading books, if any question comes, I always tell people to write, I always reply, question. Yes. Any question from reading? Anything makes sense? Everything makes sense?
Yeah, I read a lot, and I find, still I find it difficult to, in my jobs, I work with people that are very, I want to say, out of tune with what I'm becoming in tune with.
Yes.
And it's very difficult sometimes to be around people where you just feel like your energy is kind of being drained a little bit, and you struggle a lot with.
So this is why personal practice and meditation are necessary, so we can revive ourselves and maintain our strength, because during the day you drain your energy. So you recharge yourself with regular practice. Second thing is become instrument, so you don't get totally emotionally involved. You become instrument, become impersonal, provide. And this is what I find so many teachers and healers, they feel depleted because they get so much attached, they want to help out so much. And this is why just be impersonal. You can provide better service. And this is why non-attachment, I like in this book lots of explanation. So again, non-attachment, you just grow, you understand. There is one level, another level, third level, and that is the beauty of learning, is never ending. For me it's never ending. It's just different depth. And you don't know how deep you are reaching many times, because you don't have other association. Then when I deal with some people, why they're so low, that how just their thinking, they're just at such a level, it's just, you can see. Then you realize that you are thinking at different frequency, So we evolve and we don't know. Same way, when you go down, you're practicing, people break away and they go on their own, and I don't see them for a long time. They degrade, old thing comes in, and they realize, wow, I'm like I was before. So things happen gradually. Evolution is slow, and degradation is also slow. So we have to be awake. That's why we have to do introspection on a regular basis. Evaluation and introspection. Who am I? What am I doing? From time to time, especially on birthday, They blow out the candle. In Indian tradition, you light the candle. Float light the candle, you get inspiration. Yeah. Instead of celebration, you should cry. I wasted whole year. What did I do? I wasted my time.
Write that down. Hey Shanti,
Repentance.
that one with the flower, I got a quick story because I think it's funny. And when you're learning something, what I notice is you want to share it. I mean, at least I know I do, and it sounds like you do too. So you want to share it, and you want to give it so desperately. And then when it's not falling, when it's falling on, deaf ears or whatever, we're attached, and that hurts. So I got a story, but the one with the flower, when a flower blooms, who's it giving its scent to? Everybody. It's got no expectations of you smelling or enjoying the smell or whatever, so it's giving. So I have a funny story because I have pawn shops. So some girl comes in the morning, and I can see she's coming off a high. She does heroin, whatever she does. So we were talking about it, and I said, well, try to give up your heroin and try to stop getting high, And I just said what I would normally say, and she left. And she came back a couple hours later. She was high as a kite. So she comes in like this. Oh, I got high. I got this. I got that. She's really down on herself. I said, why are you ruining your high? Go enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't, so I had to learn. I mean, otherwise I would have, what would you do? You ruined this. You're ruining your high. Go enjoy your high. Come back and talk later. It just, you know what I mean? But that hit me, and she laughed, and we both laughed, and she said, I love you, Randy, and she left. But anyway, so it's hard not to being attached to our good advice, because I know we have it, and we want to give it. It's like, that pocket full of diamonds, you just want to give them, but you're not really sure how well they're being received, and as long as you're okay with whatever happens after you give the advice.
What would you say the easiest way to turn off attachment is? To avoid getting attached?
That is a lifetime of practice. Okay. All the books I have given differently. Just first give up attachment to material things, then your habits, and ultimately you give up attachment to emotional things. Okay. These are all the preparation. In all the books I have some guidance. And vairagya, attachment to seen and heard is called attachment. That's a classical definition of Patanjali. But Krishna says, even that attachment still remains in residual form. That goes away after one experiences the self. After one gets a deep experience of permanent nature of self, that I am supreme consciousness and all this illusion, until that experience comes, one is still attached. Patanjali says, sanskaras continue for a long time. In samadhi, there is samadhi with thoughts. Savichar and nirvichar samadhi, savikalpa nirvikalpa samadhi, and sananda samadhi with bliss, and sasmita samadhi with awareness of I am, and finally comes a nirbij samadhi where all the ego drops. Until that, attachment remains. So as long as one is in human body, attachment remains. But to whatever extent you remove the attachment, to that extent you have freedom.